let's all just concentrate together and take a deep breath or two and bring the focus in into the center. There's been a lot of time building up to this calendar date and to the ideas of what it represents. So let's set all that expectation and anticipation aside for just a moment and be with the truth of what this moment is offering. Be with the truth of what is being represented, which is that we've gathered here as a community to learn about ourselves, to explore the things that are alive in us, and to give ourselves the opportunity to know each other more. When Richard plays his bowl and you hear that chime sound, what we were reminded of is when sometimes in movies for dramatic effect they have that giant clock and bong, and the big metal hand clicks, you know, clicks, clicks, sometimes to some appointed hour. But for tonight, let's call it midnight. Because this is a dawning of a new age, and we know that that terminology could sound pretty woo-woo, and we're not really trying to make it sound woo-woo. What we're trying to say is that for many weeks now, we've worked together, creating the opportunity for you all to experience yourself anew, to learn more about yourselves, to see how you can live in this world in a way that feels more powerful, that feels more healthy, that feels more as if you have an opportunity to know yourself, understand yourself, let's say. The things that trigger you, that create baggage and static in your life, that bog you down, let's call it. To have an opportunity to have a different relationship to those things, to let them have a different relationship within you. To take your triggers, let's say, and mature your relationship to them. And we just see this big clock ticking. And we know those big clocks don't normally count the seconds, but let's call it that they're counting the seconds. You know, when you're tick, 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 and you're coming up on straight up midnight and the expiration of the old. What the hell does that mean? It means the letting the old be in the past. Now, you don't necessarily forget the past. The past doesn't necessarily abandon you, right? It hangs on. It tells you stuff about yourself. Keeps you alive. It keeps alive in you. But it isn't this moment. It isn't this truth, and it isn't what's real right now. Tick, 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 tick is coming up on that moment when you can say, I let the past stay there. The past doesn't live alive in me in this moment. And what does that mean? What does that actually change in you? What it actually changes in you is when the past tries to infiltrate this moment and take away this precious time that you have to experience this one moment. You only have one shot at each moment. This moment we're sharing together, we only have one shot at it, and then this moment, and this moment, and this moment, right? So we want to be present in this moment. And the past brought you here. Sure. You wouldn't be here right now if you hadn't had a past that hadn't brought you into this space. Okay, great. When the past bogs you down in the moment, and you all know what we're talking about, that's what we're wanting to facilitate the release of. And the thing about 11-11-11 is it is an opportunity to align yourself with an intention of shift. That's really what we feel the 11-11-11 energy is the intention of shift. And we've told you many times that December 25th is only special because everybody decides it is. 4th of July is only special because a big old country decides it is. 11-11-11 holds power for various reasons, but mostly because you've all decided it is. So let's use what has been given. The expiration of the hold the past has had on you. And the responsibility, of course, is when you're in this moment and experiencing this moment, and the past creeps in to say no. You have brought me here, but you do not get to be dictating how I experience now. So frequently the past gets to tell you how to be. Just imagine that you're Cinderella going to the ball, right? And for you guys, just get in touch with your feminine side for a moment. Cinderella going to the ball. You roll up, in the big pumpkin carriage, right? Isn't that what it looked like? A big pumpkin. The pumpkin turned into the carriage, or it was a pumpkin? We don't care. We want to imagine it as a giant pumpkin with wheels. That's fun. You get out and you go and you dance at the ball. If the whole time you're thinking about the past, you're not actually enjoying dancing at the ball. And of course, if the whole time you're thinking about the future, you're not enjoying it either. For you guys, as you move along your spiritual journey, what happens is that it's not just because I can't enjoy dancing at the ball. It's I don't actually get to ever be the fullness of me. The high vibrational, most conscious version of me. I never actually live that. Because I'm too busy living the past instead. Tonight you have the chance to make a commitment. The energetics are supporting you. I'm not going to live the past anymore. The past brought me here. It's the carriage that dropped me off up front. I'm grateful to the carriage for getting me here. But I'm going to dance at the ball without the belief that I have to be thinking about the carriage the whole time. You will never achieve ascension. You will never achieve the energetic life that you want if you are worried about the carriage the whole time you're dancing at the ball. And that example, of course, makes it ridiculous. Because if you're at the ball, thinking about the carriage, that's silly. But this is similar to what you do when you let the past infiltrate the moment. We're going to pass it over to the Visionaries so they can discuss this more. Good night.
Good night.